Hello, beautiful morning to you and welcome to another edition of the Weekend Show on ABS Television, channel 24 on your local terrestrial antenna. You can also get us on Star Times 113, Metro Digital 29, and all on any of the digital platforms where you can reach us via satellite. We're also live streaming on Facebook and YouTube. It is another weekend ending a season or even starting a season of scarcities. Scarcity of new Naira notes and scarcity of fuel. How are you coping? I hope you're managing. I hope you haven't fought with anyone over whether they will accept the old Naira notes or not. Tuesday is the deadline set by the CBN to ensure that that the old Naira notes are phased out as legal tenders in the country. But are they ready? What are the possibilities for people who can access this money? Why are we not getting them in banks and wherever they are? These are questions that we need to ask as the week goes on. But on the Weekend Show today, we are fully loaded to give you all that you need to make your Saturday morning a beautiful one. Remember, after this, we'll bring you newspaper review, telling you what is happening across the nation from our national dailies. We'll be showing you front pages of newspapers and what they are reporting this morning. After that, we'll bring you our breakfast news at 8, and which will be followed by an entertainment segment. Stay tuned. We are loaded this morning. I will give you everything you need to make your morning a beautiful one. I am your host this morning, David Obokwasele. All right, let's begin this morning from ABS website by telling you the major stories there. The first story on ABS website, Soludori State's resolve on quality human capital development and promotion of locally made products. As Anambra State hosts first Southeast Human Capital Development Regional Conference. Residents of Oka and the environs besiege banks as scarcity of new Naira notes persists. Traditional ruler of Wilko Ekwueme calls for peaceful conduct of 2023 general elections and national census. 5 former police officers charged with murder in U.S. over fatal beating of black man in Memphis. From there, we move over now to some national dailies to tell you the stories making the front page and the banner headlines of the papers. This morning, the sacking of the Osun governor Adeleke is taking the front pages of the papers. Yesterday, the Court of Tribunal removed the governor of Osun State, Ademola Adeleke, saying that he wasn't the winner of the last election in the state. So let's look at some dailies that we have here. Osun governor sacking, Adeleke, PDP cry foul. Plan appeal as Oyetola hails tribunal. And the writers there, governor party fault over voting claims, supporters protest election tribunal judgment. Congratulatory messages pour in for APC candidate. Followers say it is victory for democracy. Why Nigeria must prepare for Russia-Ukraine war fallout. Akinyemi, new Naira banks beef up security against customers' attacks. Varsities can be forced to close for elections. INEC. I'm alive by God's grace, says Buhari. Losing wife 11 days after wedding, my worst experience. Niger man. Sanwo-Olu signs 1.7 trillion naira budget, diverts Lagos-Ibadan expressway traffic. I experienced racial discrimination even inside U.S. church. Ex-OAU Dawn. Motorists, commuters, businesses suffers biting fuel crisis defies solution. Federal government says smugglers responsible. I aim to be first visually impaired Miss Nigeria. I aim to be the first visually impaired Miss Nigeria. Rivers Beauty Queen says 28,000 Nigerians get Canadian PR in 7 years. Report says 28,000 Nigerians get Canadian PR in 7 years. Report says that's a very huge number for a 7-year period. Calculatively 4 years per year. Let's look at the Guardian newspaper this morning. Jubilation protest in Osun as tribunal unseats Adeleke. Marketers exploiting masses through racketeering of petrol, says Nupeng. Look at page 3 of the Guardian newspaper for details. How Onigbo Electoral Act 2022 survived legal ambush. New Naira notes, anxiety as CBN insists on January 31 deadline. Customs seizes weapons, hard drugs worth 1.8 billion naira at Tinkan Port. INEC to test beavers' workability in 436 polling units nationwide. Traders, others reject old Naira note 4 days to deadline. Rivers court sentences man to death by hanging for killing 4 persons. From the Guardian newspaper, we move over to the Nation newspaper this morning. Anger, frustration over scarcity of new Naira notes as deadline looms. CBN last day for depositing old notes is Tuesday. Confusion as traders, churches, transporters reject old notes. Banks open doors Saturday, Sunday for return of old notes. POS operators make brisk business, surcharge for new Naira notes. Tribunal Oyetola hails victory as Adeleke kicks. Governor rejects judgment, heads to appeal court. Tinubu APC governors, others celebrate verdict. Why panel sacked Adeleke? Analysis, it is victory for beavers. On the Nation newspaper, there are some headlines of that judgment. The first one, the tribunal deducted votes from all the contestants in over 700 polling units across 10 local government areas as pleaded by the APC. It says APC's documentary evidence that there was overvoting in the affected units was not counted by PDP or INEC, either through oral evidence or documentary evidence. It said when INEC issued APC certified true copies of beavers and the election results, it did not state that the reports were synchronized or interim. It said INEC did not at any point during the hearing apply to withdraw the reports it issued to APC, but admitted during cross-examination that it issued the reports to the party. Buhari, Tinubu governors, others mourn as Nasarawa governor loses that 6-year-old son. Death sentence for man who killed 4, used their intestines to cook soup. Lagos Ibadan Expressway, federal government shuts toll gate beggar axis for 3 months. INEC to conduct mock accreditations for voters nationwide. That's a plan by the INEC to test the beavers before the elections. And finally, on the Daily Trust, we also have the Daily Trust Saturday this morning. New Naira notes, pressure mounts on CBN to extend January 31 deadline. Ganduje, Northern Elders, Morik, others decry untold hardship. Cash crisis hits states over scarcity of new notes. Thoughts make brick business sell new notes to willing buyers. Oyetola wins at tribunal as Adeleke heads to appeal court. Funding is Kannywood's nightmare, Mansour Sadiq. 4-3 Northeast MPFL club still buzzing with fans. We also have families of strange journalists recount travail, call for justice. Children grapple with sorrow. CJP, NUJ condemn mothers, demand justice. Police fail to provide update on cases. Passengers stranded as Kaduna-Abuja bound train derails. Kano governorship election, Ganduje Kwankwaso Chekarao in supremacy battle. And finally, on the Saturday Tribune this morning, the case of what is happening in Osun State, or what happened in Osun State yesterday, is still making the front pages of the national Delhi here. Tribunal tells Adeleke not to buga, cancels votes in 744 units, declares Oyetola Osun governor. PDP Adeleke kick, go on appeal. Jubilant Oyetola salutes judiciary. January 31 Naira deadline. Beggars, drivers reject old Naira notes. CBN adamant. I joined army to escape early marriage. That's according to Buhari. We won't accept undemocratic government in May. Election must hold, according to the Nathan Elders Forum. And with that, we come to the end of the press review, looking at the national dailies across all the newspapers this morning. Remember that you can get the details if you visit any of your vendors or go to their website to get the details. For ABS stories, you can go to our Facebook on like Anambra Broadcasting Service ABS Oka on Facebook, or follow us on any of our platforms on social media. There you can get details of what is happening in Anambra. In those platforms, including YouTube and Facebook, you can get videos of our programs, past editions, and be part of the conversations, make your contributions to national development. Thank you. We'll now bring, after this break, we'll bring you our next scheduled segment for the show. Join us.